to the TMC Newsroom. Rich Tehrani here. Thanks for watching. We're at Interop 2012 in Las Vegas. On our program is Shaun Walsh. He's a VP of Corporate Communications at networking equipment provider Emulex. Shaun, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having us.
So I wanted to start off by asking about the trends you're seeing in the market.
Sure. So, we're seeing a couple of big trends in the market. First is the move to software-defined networking. We're really seeing that as one of those early hype cycle technologies that's getting traction because it helps make sense in the data center. It helps simplify what people are doing. It makes the tools that they have more flexible, and it gives them more opportunities to create new value in their data centers.
Now, we're seeing a lot of convergence between cloud and data centers and
Yes.
Products that fit in both, solutions for both. What are you seeing there?
So we're seeing a couple of interesting trends there. One of them is a new concept called overlay networks. So it's being supported by Microsoft by a technology they call GRE, or from VMware from a technology they call VXLAN. And it allows you to bridge your private data center with public and private cloud resources over the same Ethernet network that you're using today. And that's really the key to having true spike and delivery capabilities between a private data center and public or infrastructure as a service providers.
Now, what are you showing here at Interop?
So at Interop this year, we have our new partnership with Miracom. So these are a new family of high-performance networking cards focused at high-frequency trading, video delivery for the cloud, and security and packet capture applications.
So if you look at the HPC market, how is that strategic for your company?
So for us, the HPC market represents the beginning of a transition in the Ethernet market. Today, most Ethernet stuff runs on relatively modest latency. But as you add flash to servers, as you add different latency characteristics to bring your own devices to work type infrastructures, the latency inside your data center needs to match the application, the source device, the target device, and most importantly, where the storage of that device is. And being able to optimize all three of those around a low latency architecture is what's moving the commercial side of the HPC market forward versus the scientific side.
Now, when you say has to match, I mean, one would imagine getting faster and faster, less latency, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's performance driven. And again, it's a question of, are you delivering a video to an iPod? Are you delivering a video to a laptop computer?
Okay,
and
so
what
in those
type of
cases,
networks?
you can scale things back just to save on cost and save on just bandwidth and things like that.
Part of it's bandwidth, and the other part is making sure that the quality of service for the delivery, that it's the right packet rate, not just low latency, but the right delivery rate at the same time.
So you're not wasting the packets or
Exactly.
choking the device.
Yes.
Now, from a competitive standpoint, what are you seeing in the market?
So what we're seeing in the market is consolidation. Much like we saw in the fiber channel market, where there were 10 or 15 vendors in the beginning of the market, and slowly that migrated to 2 or 3 top players, we're beginning to see the same thing happening in the 10 gig market. We're now number 2 in the total market in terms of revenue, number 1 in port shipments, and you can see the gap where there's companies like ourselves and Intel at the top, and the rest of the business is kind of sliding into
now, is there a market
disappearance.
research company that you're quoting there? Or
Yeah, so we mostly work with the Korean Research Group and TAM Del Oro and Del Oro Group.
Okay, fantastic. One last thing is, at this show, are you seeing anything interesting?
I think the most important thing most interesting thing we saw was the software networking controller from NEC. The fact that you're able to now do software-defined networking from a centralized controller with multiple data flows really is going to be the forerunner of that type of technology.
Excellent. Thanks for being on the program today. This was great.
Thank you.